poster, aesthetically looking at it, you can tell it's quite dark, it's quite decrepit. The one thing about it is it does draw you in, because the woman's surrounded by circles and she's in light, so there's a mystery behind it and you're actually drawn quite close to it. And just like art, you try to figure out exactly what it means. And also her face is covered, so you can tell she's hiding something. So you're drawn to the picture before you're drawn to the script, and you see the script and it says Satan's mistress. And that's where you sort of make a decision about whether or not you want to learn more, you want to go more into it, or you want to leave it there. But it then explains why she's standing in a circle and a Ouija board and all sorts. And the representation there is the occult. Now, I know that in the occult, the circle is a shape that represents, I think it's either infinity or something like that. So, yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I don't really like horror, evil things at all. But watching the trailer as well as seeing the poster, I know very clearly what it depicts and what the film's about. Obviously, Satan's mistress is, mistress in itself is something which is impure, and that's playing on the whole Satan thing. So everything he stands for isn't right. So clearly, she's not a good person. She's quite an evil person. And just by looking at her, she's surrounded by candles, which I'm aware of when I do their spells and occults. They're all in a circle, and they play on natural lighting with the candles. You see blood in the background. She's wearing a cape. You can't see her face, so there's a lot of enigma in there, and it also plays on the fact that no one really knows what Satan looks like.
What do you think of the poster now?
And even the content of the story.
It's very suspicious. I think as like human beings, we always want to know things. We're quite nosy, so the fact that her face is really shadowed off and she's all in black and you can only see like her lips and her nose, it really leaves you thinking like, what are her intentions? It's really weird. And I think the fact she's so dark but she's standing in a circle of light with lit candles, I think that's symbolic for something that, I don't know, is gonna like contradict itself in the movie, maybe. I don't know, a force between light and dark. Satan's mistress, is it? Yeah. And you can tell like everything is quite hidden, but once you watch the movie, it's all going to sort of come to the surface as well. Even like how you've got the text, it's sort of like really obvious at the beginning and it fades in at the end. So I think that's a good effect. Yeah. There's just nothing comfortable about that at all, because the place she's in is like some sort of dirty den or something. So it leaves you very unsettled, which I guess is the whole point of a horror movie. Yeah.
Alright, thank you, Emma.
In regards to the main character, the only person in the poster being a woman, I think that's it's a bold statement as well, because this is to do with the crucifixion, religion, Christianity. All sort of dates back to Genesis with Eve, I think, with the woman being the cause of evil or of being sort of a temptress or something like that. Even now, like even though she looks really dark in that and really evil and suspicious. Using their femininity to captivate, I don't know.
It's quite sexual, I think.
It is, yeah.
Because you can't see her face as well. It's quite of that whole like illustrious.
Yeah. Want to know what's beneath the hood.
And her lips. You focus on her lips, and it goes with her shoes. Obviously, she's somebody who's into fashion.
Right. And she's got those red, the dark colours as well. It's very dark.
Yeah.
And as well, her being Satan's mistress. As Christians, Satan, his purpose is to really evoke people and just deceive people. So, I don't know, if she's aligned with him, you can tell like her aim is to deceive, to appear, well, she doesn't appear angelic at all.
I also say it seems, you can tell there's a sexual element to it, because when you think of mistress, you don't think of someone going home cutting the grass. It's obviously it's somebody's bit on the side,
hidden,
but exactly, and you're aware that it's a promiscuous sort of relationship going on.
Yeah, so like a ticking time bomb.
Exactly. So you see something being unearthed, and also I can see that there's a heart where the two S's are. So I'm thinking, is it playing? Yeah. So is it playing?
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Well,
yeah.
There you go. So is it playing on the fact that she is, you know, using emotions and like trying to manipulate
That's
emotions?
like the visage of it
Yeah.
that captivates people.
Exactly, but the font itself is bold.
Yeah.
And it's like that is a representation of who she is.
Yeah.
Nothing's like wishy-washy about it.
And the bit of, that's so true, the bit of her face you can see is her lips are really like the clearest, and then you can see the side of her nose, so you know, that could sort of symbolise a bit of lust going on. The red hair, looks like red lipstick and the shoes.
Okay, that was the conclusion from A Squared Salon, and that was just their opinion on how they feel the representation of women is being deceived through the poster. And as you can see, a lot of religious content is coming out of it. So